The Bad Boy Records founder has denied all charges against him after being arrested. Sky News looks at the accusations, which include details of his alleged freak-off sessions, threats over explicit videos, and claims 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant were seized from his homes. Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy and Puff Daddy, has been refused bail after pleading not guilty to 3 felony counts. The charges come after the rapper and music mogul was arrested at a hotel in New York on Monday, September 16. Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you remain updated on your favorite celebrities. They relate to sex trafficking, drug possession and firearms offenses. Specifically, there are 3 charges outlined by the Southern District of New York, SDNY, in a legal indictment: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, transportation to engage in prostitution. Racketeering conspiracy carries a maximum sentence of life in prison, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion has a maximum sentence of life in prison and a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in prison, and transportation for purposes of prostitution carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. The indictment alleges Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct from at least 2008. It claims the 54-year-old used his employees, resources, and influence in the music industry to create a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in, and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. He allegedly induced female victims and male sex workers into drug-fueled sexual performances, dubbed freak-offs, according to the document. The freak-offs, referred to in the document some 16 times, were described as elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. Prosecutors allege victims were given controlled substances during the sometimes days-long events to keep them obedient and compliant, and Combs subjected them to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse to get them to engage. It said Combs and his victims were so exhausted after the sessions, which sometimes lasted days at a time, that they typically received 4 fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. Around 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant were seized from Combs' homes in Miami and Los Angeles when they were raided in March, the indictment added. It also claims Combs and members of his business engaged in acts of violence, threats of financial and reputational harm, and verbal abuse, including kidnapping and arson, when witnesses of his alleged abuse threatened his authority or reputation. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. After his arrest, his lawyer Mark Agnifilo said he was disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Diddy is an imperfect person but is not criminal, he continued. To his credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative with this investigation, and he voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. Please reserve your judgment until you have all the facts. These are the acts of an innocent man with nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court. Speaking to journalists after Combs entered his plea, the lawyer added, "I am feeling confident. We're going to go get Mr. Combs out of jail." A statement from lawyers representing some of those who have made accusations against Combs said the long-awaited arrest is the first step for our clients receiving justice. The evidence is very clear and it was only a matter of time, the statement from lawyers Rodney Diggs and Tyrone Blackburn read. This is an important step towards justice for all of Mr. Combs's victims, including my clients. Justice will prevail. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and click the notification bell.